welcome to another video. So this video is kind of going on the piggybacking off the previous video that I had regarding building a gaming PC in South Africa in terms of my opinions and experiences. And I was kind of like, well, why don't I actually go through and actually build one, build at different price ranges to show you what is actually possible. Yeah, roll the intro. So first off, I'm going to do this as a series. So at the end of each month, I will do one of these for the next month. And it's all going to be on Takealot because you have guys like Linus and Bitwit and them doing for Amazon and Newegg and whatever other shops they have. But we don't really have one for Takealot because it's South African and we don't have many South African tech tubers. So I thought, hey, why don't I see what I can do at the different price ranges using Takealot only. Now, obviously take what I say with like grains of salt, because you can obviously change if you find a better deal on a motherboard. Like when I built my gaming PC, because now that thing is built and it's amazing, and I'll probably actually use that as the 10,000 Rand price point. So yeah, if you find better deals, because my gaming PC was, I think I got the CPU and memory off Amazon because they had really good deals, and obviously they have a wider range of components, so that's more to choose from, more price points to choose from. And then I ordered the rest of the stuff off Takealot. So use these as guides because that is what it is, and yeah, use the information as you see fit. If you have any advice for future videos, but obviously I'll remind you to do that at the end of this. Anyway, so let's hope this is not too long. It could be very, very long. Alright. So we start with the CPU. I'm probably going to do mostly AMD just because that's a lot easier for me to work with. And I do prefer AMD. Okay. So I think I'll go through each group. So CPUs for all the price ranges, and then motherboards for all the price ranges, memory for all the price ranges, graphics cards for all the price ranges. And then the parts that we can kind of cheap out on, being the computer case is probably the only real thing, because you're not going to cheap out on your power supply. Maybe on your hard drive and SSD we can work some tweaks there, or on the motherboard, but let's keep on going. Alright, so firstly let's go Ryzen 5 2600. So I'll just actually, I don't think they have the 2600 on here anymore. Okay, they have the 2600X. You know what? I'm going to go for the Ryzen 5 3600. Might as well, 3rd gen Ryzen. If we need to drop, we can look at the 2600X, but it's actually more expensive, so let's not actually, because that won't be dropping the price. So I think okay. Oh, What am I doing? Sorry. Okay. I'm actually just going to do that. Actually, don't need to, because that will be a link in itself. And then I'll put links if you guys want me to put links to these components, but you'll be able to just see the spreadsheet and can just find them. And obviously the prices will change from now, although they shouldn't really change drastically within the space of a month. And I'm going to build off the spreadsheet. So each new month, I'll just adjust. So the videos will be a lot shorter. The next video will be a lot shorter because I'll be like, oh, you can keep that. The price is still good. Yeah. Because I've seen people build computers for, like there was one for 4,000. I'm like, can you really game on that? So that's kind of inspired me to do this. And also, if you guys remember, I spoke about being told that I can't build a gaming PC for under 25,000. Okay, this might be where I have to make an Intel exception. The 5,000 will definitely be the hardest to do. Actually, maybe let's just go Ryzen 7. We can probably push to a Ryzen 9, but let's stick to a Ryzen 7 for now. So, come on, do they not have... Because if I'm right in saying the X series are more powerful, but they're not overclockable. So, they still have the Ryzen 7 2700. But chances are, if you're watching this guide, you're probably going to want to overclock. Okay, let's take this. And the nice thing about AMD is that currently everything runs off the AM4 socket, which gives you a wide range of motherboards to look at, and you might just need to do a BIOS update, but I mean, that's relatively easy to do. And the price is 4965. Okay. Yeah, and let's actually... I should actually just do one a video for each one. Nah, let's put them together. Let's make it a challenge for me to be able to multitask. Alright. Motherboard. Okay, so... Okay, let's actually go computer memory, because we're already there. We have to look at DDR4, because that's what our motherboard will be using. Did I not have... There we go. Alright, so... let's start off small. Let's just do the Corsair engines here for both of them, for what we got now. And then we can drop down and see what we can do if we need to. I probably will need to, because let's actually put it in here too. Why not? The CPU will be the hardest choice for the 5000 Rand build, because that kind of will dictate everything else, because you want to avoid bottlenecking as well. Okay, so we're looking at 6000. Alright. Oh wait, why am I putting in a motherboard? Why? Okay, let me just... Of course. Let me swap them around. Yeah, let me just do it that way, because that's just how it came out. Okay. Uh, Next, motherboard. Alright, so we're looking for AM4 socket. Let's narrow it down. So we've got 10 choices for the AM4 socket. That's brilliant. That makes my life a lot easier. So, now we're not worrying about case sizes. Okay, so they don't have any B450s anymore. Oh, they do. So this is probably what we'll be using. It's an MATX, okay. Um, so we'll probably end up using this motherboard for the 5,000 Rand build, and it's priced at 949. And after I'm done doing this, I will put the specs into user benchmark and get you kind of a performance rating for each one in terms of gaming workstation, because that site is just amazing for seeing how your system's going to perform. The master. I'm a big Gigabyte fan, especially the Aorus models, Pro or Elite. And should I go B450 for the Ryzen 5? No, you know what? Because is this a ATX? Yeah, this is a big one. So that will probably put a thing on our case, but we'll go for that. Why not go overboard? Could have gone Threadripper. No, can't go Threadripper. Maybe could. Probably. Yeah, actually, if I pick this one, I'm probably gonna hit the 25,000 mark. Anyway, we'll sort that out when we get there. What's the price? 7,7279. Okay. And then I wanted. Let's go for the X570 Aorus Pro. That's really gonna hit most of our budget, but let's just keep on going. And I can adjust each one as I go along. 5816. Okay, so we're already over the 10,000 for this, and we had 14,000 there and 3,000 there. Okay, getting difficult now, but I think we're kind of getting to the most expensive. We kind of almost after the graphics card. I went for a GTX 1650 for my build. I went for so many graphics cards options. See, a 1650 will do very well, because that's what I'm using. So for the 10,000 system, I will run off this as my prime candidate. 3235. GPU. Sorry. I mean, this is like half our budget for that one. Do we have any 1080 Ti's actually? Okay, Takealot. And I'm sorry I'm not doing AMD for graphics cards. I'm not even putting them into my head. I'm just literally going straight NVIDIA. 2060 or 2070 Super. Okay, this is on special, so that's the only reason I'm taking that. I'll sort out the prices. It's okay. It is okay. And then a GPU for this. Probably go for a 1060 if I can. Maybe I have to drop down to a 1050, but don't really want to go under a 1050. Zotac. Okay, sure. Not a big brand. Well, relatively big, I guess. 5299. Ah, let me actually just close this thing. No, I don't want to save changes. Stop opening it. Okay. Whoa, wait. Actually, no. You know what? Go for the same. Go for the same. Go for the same. Go for the same. I did well there. Okay. Let's do the power supplies now, because that is the next most important part. So I guess we should buy power supplies for upgradability. Should I just buy the same one for all of them? But like they don't like bronze modular. That's cool. You know what? If I'm recommending to you guys to buy something, I should do things properly. 80 plus white, so that's good. And it's a 700 watt. So for the bigger builds, let's do these as our PSU. 700 watt upgradability. If we need to drop down, we will. 1005 rand. The reason that I'm actually doing this Takealot one is because I really support Takealot. I think they're a really good service, good value for money on everything that you buy, peripherals, components for computers, and most of the things that you're going to end up buying go over their minimum shipping price range. Just had to make sure I was continuing recording. I thought it stopped recording there for a second. Give me a fright. Okay, and for the lower end, we can go for a 500 watt, but Antec? Do we want Antec? Do they have my Raid Max? Because then I'll just go for that 500 watt. I don't think so. I think because I tried to do a review on it after I got it, and they didn't have it. Antec's good, as far as I know. Yeah, I apologize for not being Linus in these things, but I am still learning. I'm just quite good with picking out my parts for a budget. 7153. Okay. Boot drives. Probably the most expensive thing we're gonna do. So I would say for storage, that's always in digital purple. 1 terabyte is pretty much enough. I mean, obviously you can change as you feel fit, but I kind of always feel like, who plays that many games? Like, I can only play one game at a time, so if you've got space for that, well, I guess if you're doing like videos like this for YouTube or whatever, or you've got video content. Okay, I'm gonna need to do some dropping down, but it's fine, I'll make it work. Change the motherboard for there. Maybe drop the power supply, because I can get it under 10,000. I did that with mine. And then an SSD, your solid states. NVMe 1 terabyte. But do we really need that? Yeah, we can. I think I should actually put my build in here. I'll actually put my build in here as a separate case, and I'll see what the parts cost now, but I don't think you can buy them now. But I'll put down the specs in here afterwards. So that's no wait, I want that the one there. $2099. Okay, I do kind of like when I was told you can't build a system for under 25,000. If this is kind of what you're looking at performance wise, in terms of you want a Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9, but you could go Ryzen 5 and then you're saving 1,000 Rand. That's doable. 16 gigs of memory, you don't need 32 gigs. 16 gigs does perfectly fine. Even though AMD is a memory hog, but you should be fine. This, this is just like, I would actually prefer having a M-ATX as opposed to a full ATX for the purpose of case selection. You've got a wider choice of cases to choose from. If you're going all out and you being flashy about it, then you obviously know what you're going to do. You're going to go ATX. You're going to have as much space for all the water cooling and all of that. Yeah, that's another thing. A CPU cooler, I'm just going to go with the stock CPU cooling. As much as we would do overclocking, and that's why we're selecting the CPUs. That is your own thing. So I'm going to try and leave price for that. This is actually the SSD that I use for my boot drive. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave kind of, I want to get it under enough so that you can just buy a CPU cooler on top of it. I mean, obviously if you're gonna go water cooling, then you're gonna be paying a lot more than what I'll end up leaving room for. And also if you're looking at this, you may not be the most tech savvy person because you're learning from me. Okay. Let's go back to CPUs and let's go Ryzen 3. And we'll adjust everything around that. Quad core. Or do we go a first gen Ryzen 3? Oh, that's tough to choose. And that's the dual core version, eh? Whereas this is a quad core. No, that's a quad core too. Actually, saving money, yeah. This one. This one. And they don't have the clock speed on the thing, but okay. Now we're getting expensive. But whatever, I'll adjust the zoom later. Price, yes. 2185. And the challenge begins. So I gotta drop the prices down quite a bit. Who to start with? Let's probably start with the higher end because that's a lot easier to do. Okay, so processor, we'll keep. Memory, we will keep. If anything, we would go up in memory, but we'll keep it. Okay. Yep, let's change that. Motherboard, aim for socket. That's actually a pretty good deal. But I'll probably end up dropping down the other one to this one. Control C. And it's 5816. Come on, let's get it under 25,000. Okay, do we need a RTX 2070 Super? Or am I just being ridiculous? That's any other place we can save money, because we still got to get the case. So, graphics card, was this graphics card tab? Yep. Alright, do they have a 1080? I think I looked at this, because we want to kind of have it perfectly balanced. What are the 2060s like? Or do we have a 2060? Is that what we actually have? No, we have a 2070 Super. What was the 2060 like? Gaming Z. Yes, that's why you buy it, because it says gaming. Tough, tough, tough. Overclockable edition. So that will drop by 2,000 Rand. Yep. Let's go 2060. I think anything else is actually kind of overkill. Well, ray tracing's overkill. $7,699. And how much do we have for the case? We have 300 Rand. Okay, let's change something else. SATA. Let's actually didn't put in SATA. What the price of the SATA was? What was the price of that SATA? People beating me to it, I'm sure. 500 gigs, 1169. No, 500 gigs, and it's blue, so better. 1169. And 1169. So how much do we have to spend on the case? Yes! Okay, cool. Now we can look at cases for this build. Okay. I'm actually gonna stick the CPU cooler, so I'm gonna actually go all out with the case and try and use as much of the remaining money as possible. The CPU cooler in that to me is, yes, it aids in performance if you're overclocking, but it's also very much an aesthetic thing. So that is what you kind of look at, you're gonna pick based on looks, and that's aftermarket things. So once you've got the system running and it performs well, I mean, this is gonna do really, really well, I think, if I put in the user benchmark. So it's like I'm gonna go kind of all out with the case. So I've got 1,200 Rand to spend, 1,100 with some change. Cases and chassis. Okay, sure, show me those things and not actually computer cases. I think it's actually still going to show me the same cases. Why are you showing me these things? I think I have to go from price high to low to find the computer cases, because they will be the higher price things. Alright. Okay, those are pre-built. Right. Huh, look, we got the Lian Li desk chassis. I wish I could buy that. 16,000. What? But cases are where you save your money. I should actually, can I narrow by price? 700 to 1000, there we go. Even though I can technically go over that. Probably that. Thermal take. I mean, I guess with the casing, you can choose whatever you find feasible. Hey, Cooler Master. And it's got the light and it's a red trim and there's this cool Sparta test bench thing, but that's for a mini RTX build. It's not going to work for what we want. Okay. I'm going to go for this because I like the red. Even though I could go a bit price, and it's an MATX, so we're fine. It will fit the motherboard, and 909, and it's on special, but even if it wasn't on special, I am still under the price. So this is the first build, the 25,000. Alright. Now here, how are we gonna save money here? Okay, I think we've got to drop 8,000 rand. Jeez. Okay. Alright. So at this point, I do have to say that I understand where they were coming from when I was told that, oh, you can't build a PC for under there, because it has obviously become a lot harder to select the pieces. But you know what? I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna show you that you can make it work. I'm actually gonna go with this Corsair because it's a 450 watt, but I can do that for the lower one actually. It's a 550 watt, that's 815, and it's white, which is good. Yeah, I've reached the hard part of it, haven't I? Okay, let's actually do memory first, because we can save. We don't need RGB memory. I got RGB memory for the first one because I could. So that was 2360. And I know, I'm just going off my head, the Vengeance OPX memory. What's even that memory speed kit, actually? 3200, okay. Not bad. I mean, we could also go for 8 gigs of memory if we were really pushing it, but I don't want to. 1850, how much money are we saving? 500. Alright, I'm doing this one. If I need to, I'll drop down more, but I don't think we need to. And that's 1850. Okay, so we're 1709. Motherboard. That was the other thing, because I think I went way too overboard with the motherboard there. Yeah, sure. And it can take M.2, huh? Yeah, it's got the, I can see the thing there. For upgradability, for later. I think always build with upgradability in mind. How many memory slots actually? 4. Okay, cool. Because you can always upgrade later. Build with, what am I doing? Build with what? Sorry, I'm just trying to. Otherwise, I'm going way too. Build with what games you want to play now in mind, and then aim for upgrading later. Damn it! Can I even save anymore? Now this is probably okay. I'm actually gonna go for that B450 motherboard because that's 3515 and the B450 is 2. That's another 600 rand off what I want to build. Challenge accepted. That one was fun in comparison to this. That one was very fun. Another 4,000. See, if they had the Ryzen 5 2600, that would be on special. Alright, let's maybe change this. I'm pretty sure whoever's watching this is having a good laugh. Me trying to work this one out. Okay, if it was 15,000, you're sorted. You can easily get a case for under $1,000 and you for $800 and you're sorted. But like 10,000. See, I got my system into 10,000 because I did Amazon as well. So that would be my recommendation. Is if we quickly go to Amazon, because Amazon still have the Ryzen 5 2600, which I would recommend that you get. Yeah, and I think even with shipping, it's like 200 rand for shipping or whatever it is. So, and it's been on special for a long time. So like you're saving half the amount of money for it. Damn, like what do I do? Okay, anyway, let's go to the lower end, and I will come back to that. Okay, so PSU, there was a 450, hey, and that was saving money, and it's Corsair, which is a better known brand. Antec's not bad, but you know you don't want your house going on fire because like you shouldn't really skimp on power supply. Alright, and you know what? We're gonna go for a small SSD, small HDD. So let's see, what's the smallest size we can get? We must be able to get a 500 gig. There we go. 500 gigabytes. Yeah, that's the smallest we can get on Takealot. And it's a mobile hard drive, it's 2.5 inch. So this is for your laptop. Well, I guess 715. How much are we actually saving? We're not saving much at all. So I'm not gonna do that. I'll go for the 1 terabyte. Okay, graphics card. If I was watching someone try to do this, I'd be laughing. Okay. Let's think. 1050. Oh, that's probably going to bring up other things that are not computers. Oh no, it's computer. Searching in computer. 2830. I am not going to claim defeat. I will take that if that's the best I can. I mean, a TI for 3699. If I were to do a all-out build, or a what would I build, I probably would aim for 12,000. I think that was when I initially was looking. That's what I had, and then I went to Amazon and I was like, oh, I can save an extra like $2,000, so I did. What am I doing? Yes. What, should I swap my builds now? Be like, hey, that's the 10,000. And then, oh yeah, you can save money here too. But can it game? Will be my question at the end of this, won't it? A320, that's fine. You might just have to update the BIOS, and it's an M80X. And you got like 400 rand, 300 rand for a case. Let's actually go 8 gig memory kit. Just so we have more money for the case. And I think dual channel. So, that's a 3000 megahertz, a slightly slower for 1319. That's 16 gigs. 3000. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going for that. 1319. It's on special. Okay, it's on special, but I will take it gladly. Because that will save money for both of them. Am I gonna be defeated here? I mean, I could change this to the 15,000 and that to the 10,000. I mean, I did kind of think 5,000 is if you were to buy a second-hand PC from Cash Crusaders and upgrade it a bit. That's probably the 10,000. That's probably the 5,000 range. Because all you're looking at second-hand. So if you're building a new system. You know what? Let me. I will partially be defeated here. Because I do have a gaming. I mean, my gaming PC is under 10,000, but obviously that's using more resources than just Takealot. So I guess I tried. If you were gonna just build a computer for your basic workload, or you were gonna run off the Vega graphics that are built into the APU graphics that are built into the CPU, that is probably doable. And then you could build a 5,000, but then gaming is not that great. We'll look at the scores now when we go to the thing. I should actually do a challenge. Try and build a gaming PC for 5,000 rand that can give it like a good game to test against. So like Black Desert, because that's the game that I play the most. And that's actually another video I wanted to do, is the let me look at cases while I'm doing this. The recommended and minimum settings that they put in video games, how accurate are those? So I wanted to actually build some computers and actually test the performance, but I would kind of need to save up some money or have a sponsor or something of that nature. I would have to work out funding for that, but yeah. Okay, anyway. What I wanted to look at is how much we got for cases. Okay, so 810 and 1.4. Wait, could I just... I'm actually just going to use the same case. Did it go up? There we go. I did wonder. And then for this case, you know, I'm gonna go down a price category. There's there's tons of options in cases. Cases are where you can kind of do what you want without much worry. Oh wait, did I have it by highest price? That's why. If we go to page 2, we should have the ones for like 800 bucks. And there we go. We'll just take this. What? CPU mount? What? What? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's actually a nicer one. No, but let's go full tempered glass. Control C and Control V. And that's 849. Watch as it goes over 10,000. No. Alright. So I'm not really actually going to do the user benchmark thing, so I might do a follow-up video. Actually, no, let me do that now. Quickly. I can do it very, very quickly. Build. Come on. Let's do this. Do the split screen. Okay. Let's do the higher one first. Okay, so for those of you who don't know user benchmark, it's kind of just a website that you can use to build PCs, and it gives you a performance rating based on other people's systems and what the averages were when they tested it, because it's also got a testing software. So 2060 SSD. Yeah, so tested in terms of gaming, desktop, and workstation, and they have different formulas. For instance, workstation is reliant on CPU and memory, gaming is reliant on your GPU, CPU, and memory, and it's got different ratios. 500 gig. Sorry, I'm taking long with remembering. I went M.2 here, and I went Western Digital. I think this is it. SN500. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure it's that one. And hard drive. WD1 TB. I don't know what year it is. I never know what year it is. But I'll go with that one because it's a high performing one. I mean, I guess we're more interested in the gaming performance anyway. Memory. Corsair. Vengeance. RGB. And it's 3200 DDR4 and 2 times. That's it. And without even putting in the motherboard, we have performance markings. So this shows their performance in relative to other systems. So for instance, in terms of gaming, this PC would be in the top 83%. Desktop 90%, workstation 85%. And yeah, I should actually put total for that. Anyway, okay, so let's do quickly on this side, we can do the opposite. OPX 3000. No. I think I tried to search this and they didn't have it, if I remember. OPX DDR4 2 times 16. No. 2 times 8 gigs. I'm pretty sure it's the C16 model, but I may be wrong, so I'll just go with that. There won't be much discrepancy in terms of that. HDD. It's the same. Copy from baseline. Western Digital green for your SSD. That's nice. Because that's the one I use for mine. Because I'm like, if I'm just going to be using it for booting my operating system, I don't need much in terms of space. It's probably the 2018 version. I don't know. Anyway. GPU. GTX 1650. There we go. And then CPU Ryzen 5 3600. Okay. So that is obviously scores that are to be expected. I mean, 15,000 Rand is a whole 10,000 Rand less than the other system. So if you're gonna build this to just like casual gaming, I mean, you can play Black Desert on this. So this is relatively the same specs as my desktop. I've just got 3200 memory. Also 16 gigs. I run the Ryzen 5 2600 instead, and GTX 1650, and I got the same things. My hard drive is different, but so this can game most games, and I play at the remastered settings. So that is kind of a price point, I guess. Obviously, wherever you can save using other websites or other providers, do that, because that's a good idea. Okay, who to replace? Let's replace this to show the difference in building a 10,000. Ryzen 3 3200 G. GPU is a 1050. $100. And then obviously your money availability might differ. Money availability, like that's a term. Copy from alternate. Hard drive. We're running the same. Hey, I'm running the same hard drive in all of them. That's impressive. And that we're not worried about. So at the end of the day, that's actually the performance. I mean, you would be able to play most games at medium to high settings on this system. And that's 10,000. Okay, I won't say that now. Let's open this up. Oh wait, the memory kit. Memory kit. Did I change the memory kit? No, I didn't. No. It shouldn't change much. Nah. What? Literally only that changed? I don't even think the workstation changed. Yeah. Okay. And that is it. So, if you guys liked what I did, yeah, okay, yes, I kind of gave up. If you want me to try and build a 5,000 Rand one, I might actually do a separate video on that. I think that would be quite a cool challenge to try and build a gaming PC that can handle most games for under 5,000 Rand. I might have to like cheap out on the graphics card or not have a graphics card, or I don't know, use a hard drive as a boot drive. Obviously, you're looking at performance losses, um, but I don't think you could do much better than that. Um, I'm probably going to do this each month, so the next video will be a lot quicker, because I'll just work off this and I'll be like, okay, what can I change? How have the prices changed of these parts? Are they still available? Um, and is it worth actually still buying these parts? So, thanks for watching. If you guys have any recommendations for spec-wise, if you saw something while I was looking through that you thought maybe I should have added instead, um, yeah, please feel free to comment. And then please like and subscribe so I know if you want me to continue doing videos like this. I mean, this is something I really like doing, looking at what tech things are available. Well, that's quite difficult to do on Takealot because the daily deals change so much. Um, but yeah, so this is something for me to work off, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And we see you guys next time. Cheers.